Hello guys, hopefully everyone is fine. In today's video, we are discussing about the opportunities that are basically given in big data. Because of big data, it has actually given many opportunities to many data scientists to explore in various fields. Like first example I would quote is business. Like we have the shopping apps such as Flipkart, we have Amazon for that matter. So these are the shopping websites which are basically are data science driven. How? Because the moment any customer shops any products, now I'll take a very good example of a laptop. The moment you buy any laptop, any laptop is bought by you, by default the recommendations of laptop bag is by default given to the customer, in a way that laptop bags mostly are purchased the moment laptop is purchased, so they have high chances of selling the product. So again, business related problems are solved in data science field. In healthcare, it is very important right now. People are focusing towards the health. They are focusing on the things that they need to do to get fit. So importantly, they have the track of what kind of diseases a person have. On the basis of that track record, the diet is suggested to various persons or any patients in order to sell certain products. So certain products are sell just because of tracking of what is the requirement of any patient. We are having such recommendations from Netflix. The moment you search in Netflix and you search any genre, let's say you search horror genre in Netflix site, so by default the recommendations of that genre is coming on the screen on Netflix. So same applies over here. In latest mobile phones that we are using, we are chatting using mobiles, and by default the moment I write WR, so by default, right option is given to me. So it means by default auto corrected features which are also there in the mobile phone. Again, these are all the examples of data science. So again, whether we are tracking any customer requirement or giving any recommendations on streaming sites like YouTube or Netflix or any streaming website, even in education field, data science is everywhere with the online courses. If we search any online course on internet, by default, suggested courses are given to us the moment we search any course. So these are all recommendations tabs which are given to the customers to just lure them to sell any product. We have various challenges. So one of the things that we require is the lack of the knowledge professionals which are very much required. So we definitely lack in that particular field. So it means there are areas of expertise which are required in this particular field. We have, because of massive data, it is very important to manipulate, analyze the data at the moment. Data is growing every time. So we need to manage that data. So to manage that data or manipulate or manage the data is a very tough task. So we require definitely good data scientists, data analysts, or integrating the data from spread of sources, or we want to develop good applications so that this data management can be done. Or we need to obviously secure data, because the moment you search data on internet, it means people are definitely viewing you. They can easily lure you by asking you to press any link. The moment you press link, they can easily get the access of your account. Again, because of high amount of data, these are the challenges which are imposed when we talk about data analyst. So what is data analyst? The data analyst is is a person that firstly collect data. The moment data is collected, the data can be collected in various ways, whether it is structured, unstructured data that person collects. The moment data is collected, data needs to be managed, it has to be analyzed, and then it has to be used. Why? Because your useful information is extracted from the data that you collect. So data analyst is a person who takes care of data, using that data to make sure that companies make better business decisions. Again, collecting the data, analyzing the data, and create reports from that collected data is the role of data analyst. We have data scientists. So there's the difference between data analyst and data scientist. It's that the role of data scientist is more important. Why? Because if we have to make high business ended decisions, we always use data scientists in those areas. Why? Because that person will deal with enormous amount of mass structured unstructured data, and then that person's skill is actually used, whether the person is going to use any machine learning algorithms, or developing any algorithms, or using the stats. The complex data is used in such a way that it can help us in making business and decisions. So it means very important. Data visualization tools is a very important requirement of data scientists. So again, you can see over here that there are a lot of data which is available. Then it is analyzed. Again, we are using stats to basically analyze the data, and then we are visualizing them in the form of charts. So that is the role of data scientist. So if I talk about data engineer, so data engineer is the one who actually creates an infrastructure. The person creates the infrastructure, the person creates a system in which the data can be used. So data engineers are the one who develops, constructs the data, uh, constructs, tests, and maintain the complete architecture of large processing system. It means we have to create the data pipeline in such a way that it can be used by data scientists as well as data analysts, so that they can perform the task of analyzing the data. So it means the person who will develop the database management system is none other than a data engineer. So again, what is the difference between data analyst, data scientist, and data engineer? Again, it basically makes sure that the data analyst makes sure that the data is gathered, investigated, and visualized to make sure that it is in understandable form. And if we have to use some high-ended decisions, we will basically vouch on data scientists, whereas data engineer will create a system to be used by data scientists and data analysts, so that they can actually transform the data. So we have the skill sets which are required for data analysts. The data analyst must be good in R programming, SAS, then Python, SQL database knowledge is required. For data visualization, we use Tableau as well as Power BI. But whereas data scientists must have very good knowledge in R programming, Java, C++, data visualization tools like Tableau and Power BI, along with big data tools such as Hadoop. The person should be good in machine learning and deep learning algorithms. Why? Because those things can make strong business ended decisions, which data analyst does not have. We have the data engineer who must be expert in Hadoop, MapReduce, Pig, Hive, as well as programming, whereas good knowledge in SQL and NoSQL is required. Again, for the degree, we require bachelor's degree, and the knowledge of math stats is very important. For data scientists, the person should be good in programming. That's why we have written software engineer. Math stats is required in all the degrees. So if I talk about various companies which are hiring the all the three things, which is data analysts, data scientists, and data engineers, these are the companies, whether it is Google, Accenture, Facebook, IBM, Oracle, Microsoft, Spotify, and Apple. They require good data scientists as well as good data engineers along with data analysts. So we have the applications of data scientists. The major application I can draw is in the field of healthcare, because we can easily predict the disease on the basis of symptoms, and then we have the suggestions, or we can use predictive analytics to make certain decisions and suggest various medications accordingly. Argument reality is one of the important feature of data scientists that gives us the view how the entire system is going to be. Like in various shopping websites, they can actually use the concept of AR, VR, argument reality, in such a way that the persons who want to shop, they can actually see how they will look after shopping any kind of shirt. If the person wants to buy a shirt, so argument reality will give that visualization impact to that person, that how the shirt will look on that person. Again, image recognition is also very very important features in the form of image recognition. Various bank threats, bank thefts actually, bank thefts which are being done, and it's we can easily catch that persons which who are actually in that those who are responsible for any kind of bank theft. It's just because of how they look. So the moment, if image data is stored in database, on the basis of how they behave, how they will feel, we can actually track. Speech recognition, we have various kind of artificial intelligence tools, from various speech recognition we can easily search, and we have various applications in the form of social media, whether it is YouTube, Twitter, as well as we have Instagram. For that matter, data science finds its applications in that field as well. So we have healthcare. We can easily use descriptive analytics to understand how the what is the history of the patient. Then we can use predictive analytics to check what kind of future that will hold. Along with prescriptive analytics, will find out what kind of strategies the person should opt so that this disease can be avoided. Along with discovery analytics to explore what will be the next phase of that patient. So this is also healthcare, where it is finding, the best example of healthcare is when we are basically for cancer diagnosis, or we have to, even if we have to basically eradicate some cells which are causing damage to the person. So the study of the cells is very important. So this when the study of the cells is done, and we have to basically predict the behavior of that cells with various medications, we can easily find out how they will behave if the advanced medications are used. So again, data science is also one of the fields in cancer research, and we are having huge amounts of data which are available, and we can just use those data to basically find out what kind of diagnosis that cancer disease can have. So apart from that, we have data science, which is also used in customer analytics, whether marketing that particular part with the recommendations, whether we are providing good customer service, whether we are providing various ranking points to customers, and apart from that, we are giving feedbacks to the customers. If they fill feedbacks, they'll get certain points. From points, they can buy other things. Again, that leads to the selling of the products. So if you like this video, kindly like, share, and subscribe, and kindly share it to maximum audience so that we can reach numbers. Thank you very very much.